Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode on Minecraft Adventures. Today, we are going to start. Well, I say start. We're going to back, start working on the trading hall again. Sorry, my words are just not working today. Um, but um, yeah, we're going to start working on the trader hall again. Hopefully we can get a little bit further along with it. I know this is pretty well drug out. I'd like to finish it up. I don't know if we'll ever finish it. Um, I don't know how much I have left in this series. It's probably going to be sporadic. I've been working really heavy on my mod lately, and I think I'll start creating content with that. I've got to start pushing it. Hopefully, get people to want to play it. I got to showcase it somehow. So, um, yeah, I think that's going to be where I'll be at the next few, maybe 2 to 3 months. Probably working on that and showcasing videos for that, highlighting it. Hopefully, it doesn't keep. Um, hopefully, it doesn't take over, and I can come back to this. Like this is kind of taken over from the Chill Zone server. I haven't been on it. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really been on it, and I don't play this specific instance of Minecraft very much. Like I said, I usually only play it when I have to, which is when I'm recording an episode or if I have to farm something. So, um, um, and I don't know. I'm not losing interest or anything like that. I'm just kind of creativity wise. I'm kind of at a block, if you will. I've I've got to focus on other things. Specifically, like I've been playing Vane. I'm trying to come up with a new series of something that I can record like on a Thursday, and put that out as well. Um, but I'll keep this one going. It's just you'll see videos probably fewer and far in between. I do apologize to those that are viewing it and those that have been enjoying it. It's like I said, it's still something I want to do. I don't know what else to do. Like I'm trying to be a creative builder, creative content creator. If that makes sense. If that wasn't too redundant. Um, but I think I'm also kind of just this particular thing is vanilla, so it doesn't require any mods. I know I have some mods installed, and that's just like quality of life, so that way it helps me keep track, like a map mod. I believe all games should have a map. Um, Even if you have to unlock a map in a game, like I believe they should have a map, and I'm not talking about the maps where you have to carry 1,500 different pieces of paper just to see where you're going. Talk about a game, a mini map and stuff like that. But I digress. I'm not trying to come up with I am trying to come up with but wait, what? Crowd control should not be installed on this. Hang on a second. What is going on here? Ah, crap. Um, that's okay. That's bad. I actually in the game. Um, don't worry, guys. I'm coming back. I just had to. Turn off crowd control. It shouldn't even be on, but it is. It shouldn't even be in this instance. What I'm saying. Because I don't want crowd control to be a part, to be influenced in this. So. Anywho, we're coming back. Alright, I do apologize. So I watched a little bit more of the video. I actually kind of finished it out, and what I've done. Let's go over here first and see what we have as far as. All right, we'll feed the cows. What we have as far as, I know we really haven't been on. Sure, it hasn't really made a whole lot. Yeah, no. Where am I going? Right here. I will say though that this is probably the most efficient thing I've ever done, where it actually when the golem dies, it routes the poppies over here to turn it into bone meal, and then it brings all the bone blocks down here. Or not bone blocks, but it brings all the iron down here to turn them into blocks. I could do one more and turn all this into a crafter. Make a crafter and turn it into bone blocks. But I don't need bone blocks. This obviously has not been making anything because I haven't been on, so. What the? Y'all over here making hearts. You're not supposed to be doing that. I have a place for that. You're taking the job away from those guys over there. That's a lot of hearts. Why are you... What, you mad because I was watching? You were in town square. Can't be mad for someone watching you in town square. I mean, that would make you an exhibitionist. Right? Yeah, so I want to rebuild all the buildings and make them a little bit bigger, because what I'm going to do is essentially lock the villagers in their huts. Yeah, I'm going to essentially lock all the villagers in their huts, so I need to expand it out by one. But not right now, though. In time. That's what I was doing here. Actually, these need to probably out. No dirt. But yeah, I watched the video some more. And basically what they did was they came in here, they put some fencing right here. They turned this area into, see, they actually put these posts over here, so they had a little bit more room to work with. They turned this area into like this side was for the not alchemists, but the ones with the potion guys, right? They'll come to me. Then this side was for the cartographers. Hey, gum. This one. It's not alchemist. And then they actually used, instead of making stations over here, individual stations, because they used a a gosh dang, words are hard today, guys. I do apologize. And thank you for bearing with me. But instead of using the method of trying to make them cheaper, you know, using the reviving them from zombies, um, they actually just turn them into like one side he did this, did that, and then the other side was like yeah, like he did one side was stalls, and the other side was like an open area where they were fenced in, they were pinned in with different different sections of uh of traders and stuff like that. So that's probably what I'll go with. Um, and because I don't like this. This is too bulky. It's too much. Like, it's something I would do like underground. And don't get me wrong, it's like I just like it probably looks good for some people. Some people would rather have them in stalls. I don't care. I don't try to humanize NPCs, and I hope that doesn't. I mean, I'm not trying to make that sound bad or anything like that. Um, you know, when you're role playing and stuff like that, you have to humanize. You have to do all kinds of stuff, right? Um, I'm just that's why I have a hard time role playing, because you know, for me, like it's hard for me to get into a character where it's make believe. You know, I'm a kind of a, you know, a realistic kind of person. Like, you know, to me, realism is important. So reality also, you know, reality does, even though reality sucks for me, it doesn't suck enough to where I have to create a fake world in my mind, basically. And I don't, and I mean no disrespect by that. That's just the way, to me, that's the way I see it. But that's the way I process it. Um, I try, I want to, like I have non-realistic thoughts in my head all the time. You know, like anime, and you know, I watch a lot of anime and stuff like that. I guess I just, you know, to me, I've been, you know, for me being former military, I've been ingrained. A lot of realistic stuff has been ingrained into me. I don't have the luxury, or haven't had the luxury, to be able to be creative in a sense in an extremely long time. Um, yeah, we're gonna have to do something here. Um, we don't have a. The bed get taken. And I try not to be too serious, you know. But you know, I've seen I've seen things, and this isn't me gloating or trying to flex or anything like that. But I've seen things that, you know, where not being serious, you know, gets people hurt. And so, you know, just I guess you could say the way my brain is wired, it's like I try not to be too serious, but in all reality, seriousness is what keeps you alive. So I'm always on the watch out for dangers. I try to, try to make sure my children are not doing stupid stuff, because you know stupid stuff is what gets you hurt. But I've always grown up like that, though. I've always been the not really much of a risk taker, and I think that's probably a lot of what the problem is. I don't hate myself for it, but I do wish that I could be a little bit different person, be a little bit better person, and a little bit more fun. I try to be fun. But you know, it is what it is, and oftentimes, what? Yeah. And oftentimes, so I'll put one there and I'll put one there, and so that way they can't get out, so they'll be fine here. I don't need the wickety wickety woo woos. I'm rambling. Forgive me. I am rambling. Okay, I like the oak trap doors. So let's go with oak trap doors on this. Let's see how many we can get. We need 4. 1. Hey, 6 will work, or 8 will work. Even though we only need 4. I just wanted to make sure that anywho, enough about the gloomy stuff. Sorry, I am trying to keep this PG, even though it's marked as non-PG. And the reason why is because I know myself. I have a foul mouth. I do my best to try to minimize the negativity, the bad stuff that comes out of it. I can't always. Guarantee that the next 3 words that come out of my mouth, one of 3 is not going to be a bad word. All I can do is try, but sometimes I get off into it, and stuff happens. But anywho, and that's honestly, that's one of the big reasons why I play Minecraft, is because it is it does help me keep in mind that this is, even though this is an all ages game, I still see this as primarily a children's game. And I know a lot of children may come across my content just because it is Minecraft. But I would hope that the algorithms would try to keep me from exposing them to a lot of what I do. A lot of me. Now we need lecterns. Or I guess I could always just do something else instead of lecterns. Bad thing is, it's going to bring them in right there. Well, that'll be fine, though. That'll be fine. Everything's going to be a-okay. A-okie dokie. They can't get out there. Stuck there, right? Back on up. Back it up. I just don't know what I'm gonna put in there just yet. I don't have any um hold on. I still did not figure out what the name of them was. Cleric. What it is, cleric. I'm gonna have to go acquire more um brewing stands. Boom, boom, boom. Um. So yeah. I don't know. Trying to find things to talk about. You know, keep things interesting. Um. Do I need more honey blocks? I don't think so. I think I can. I think I'll be able to box them in just fine um, without the honey blocks. But oh, I was like, that didn't make sense. My math wasn't mathing up. Right. Could actually probably go ahead and put one of these back. So I need a brewing stand. I've yet to go to the Nether, right? No, I've been to the Nether. There wasn't anything there. So what else can I put in there? Smithing templates? Map. I do need to figure out what I'm going to do in here. I think I'll start over on this side. That way I can bring them straight across. Can't jump that. So that's the center. Um, there's a blast furnace. There's a furnace. Is there anything? Is there one that calls that they're a furnace user, or is it just a blast furnace? Smithing template. I can make a smithing template, but first I go take nap. No, I want the bed. Oh, it's paper. No, 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 no. I don't want paper. Yes, it is. Smithing template is, hello. So firstly, we'll use do a smithing template over here. Then we'll do bam, 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 and bam, 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 wham, wham, wham. Right. Yeah, we'll do smithing template. I need to blast furnace. Blast furnace uses smooth stone, correct? Smooth stone, which I do not have. But you know what? I can make it. I can get. Yeah, wait, I should have some smooth stone. Bet you there's some smooth stone up here. I bet there's not. I bet there is. How do I make a blast furnace? It is. So it's a furnace. I need 2 furnace. 10 and 3. 10 and 6. Better than 10 and 2. I don't know. There's 5. What? 3, 4, 5, 6. That, and then I need... Well, let's go digging. I know, yes, I already have one. I like to keep one on handy in case I don't have the materials and I need one. So, yes, I'm aware that I have... Wait a minute. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And I've left it marked over there because I do plan on, if I need to go back, I'll know where it's at. Could probably easily put 3 in there. But I guess what's the difference if I, because I can still reach it, so if I need to put something in there, then... Right? So if I do need an extra one, I can't. Okay. Maybe what does the blast furnace guys give though? Look it up right quick. I'm not gonna go anywhere, but you know. Minecraft wiki. The wiki of the wikiness. So let's go with what is it? Blast furnace? Oh. Is that right? Is the armor. I think it's the armor. Yeah, armor uses blast furnace, so that's a good way to get. Yeah, I can get different sets of. Do I need all that though? And then there's the cartographer, cleric. Okay. Fisherman. Do I need fisherman? Got the librarians. Toolsmith uses the smithing table. Got it. That grants pickaxe, shovel, or diamond axe, or the diamond variants. Then there's the weaponsmith that uses the grindstone. I think it takes half slabs. Half slab, 2 sticks, and 2 wood. See, then after all this, I still gotta do this side. I need which I don't want to take away from these guys that are out here. Just may give me the opportunity to have to use more places for like a grindstone cowboy. Yeah, it just may give me more opportunities for. I may not ever buy a tool. I mean, if the tool or the item that they have is superior to what I'm after, then yes, I will. But it's all good. Um, no, wrong box. Who has the? Is it the blast furnace guys? So the blast furnace guys, I'll actually probably put weapon weapon stands. That way they actually look um armor stands, not weapon stands, armor stands. Put armor stands in there so that way they actually kind of have a decent, like a natural look. And then I'll use or not natural look, but I'll for the armors, for the ones that can sell armor, I'll put a weapons armor stand in there for them to display what they have, and then I'll use my mind just went stupid. Item frames. Smooth slab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say I need 1, 2. That will make 4. 4 should be more than 3. I think there was already one available to me. Hello, Buzz BB. Four, 8. Ooh. Well, that will make, okay, yeah. That'll make 4. That's fine. Whoa. I need to put a, I don't know. I don't know how well that would work. Item frames around there, item frames around there. What's the last one that I should put in here? Rating. Cleric, cartographer, butcher. So there's the armor. Have that one. Toolsmith using a smithing table. I got that one. Weaponsmith uses a grindstone. Okay. I have the cleric, I have the cartographer, I have armor. The farmers can stay outside. I don't particularly need them unless I just absolutely want to put some in there. Fishermen, they want coal and string. Raw cod, raw salmon. Get you cooked salmon. Oh, raw cod gets you. Oh, cooked cod. Yeah, I don't need to do. Expert level. Sell them. Expert and master. If you sell them tropical fish, puffer fish, or boats, will give you emeralds. Maybe a Fletcher. I mean, they deal with weapons to an extent. Just got to get them up there. I don't know. I don't see the need for a leather worker other than buying saddles at the end of it. You buy leather from them, or you can buy excuse me, buy leather tunics and stuff like that, and leather gear. I don't see the appeal in it. I mean, if you're, to me, honestly, unless you're just a completionist, I don't see the need in a leather worker. There's absolutely nothing that you need from them unless you just wholeheartedly have a leather farm for selling leather or rabbit. Even flint. I mean, is it really worth it? Um, but there's, you receive either emeralds for selling stuff, or leather armor, and then up to the end a saddle. You can craft a saddle, right? Is it? It's now craftable, right? Or am I mistaken? But anywho, even a librarian though, getting them up to, top level would be great. A mason. I mean, you can get the terracotta on the top end and quartz pillar and block of quartz. Block of quartz, you can't turn it back into regular quartz. So, but I like to use, me personally, I like when I'm doing redstone, I like to use quartz. I like to use a non-natural thing, and nothing says non-natural like quartz, like a block of quartz. So, well, to me, it's the most easily identifiable one for me personally. But could totally use anything else, I guess. I mean, I'd use glazed terracotta if it was a matter of not having to craft it. You know, I can easily make a block of quartz just by, you know, giving up 4 pieces of quartz. Of nether quartz, so. Anywho, that's personal. Well, I mean, that's a question for the comment section. You know, what's your, when you're doing redstone, what's your redstone block of choice? You know, let me know. Some people like to use wool. I mean, that's great and all that. I've heard of stories where wool can catch fire. And I'm not just talking about from, you know, next to being lava. Like, apparently redstone torches can catch them on fire, but I don't know how. I don't see that. Or maybe it's not redstone torches. Maybe it's something else. I mean, I'm just, you know, going out on a limb here, you know, and saying that, you know, but I've heard that they can catch fire. So anywho, oh yeah, what's your redstone block of choice that you use when you do redstone? I'd love to hear from you. All right, so moving on, let's go back down the list. We were at Mason, so Shepherd. Shepherd would be good. If I had a wool farm, that's something I could do. It would be easy. It would be an easy thing to do. Then there's the tools. I don't know what all to put here. What to put in this last one. Maybe I'll just move along to the next side and go from there. So now over here, this is probably where we will, do fishermen. Get the cartographers. We don't really need butchers because, again, that would require us to have some sort of a meat farm. It's almost like just doing it all over again. You know, it's just like I mean, we could do a mason. Shepherd? No, because we already said no. We don't need a shepherd. Don't really need the wool. I don't need beds. I don't really need the dye. Banners. I mean, yeah, all this stuff would be great if I absolutely needed them, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You know what? What do you think we should do over here? Let me know. That would be, I would really love to hear it. And, do I put down a second layer down here? Do I put another layer underneath this, or do I leave it? I mean, here's the way I think. So his video shows that where he kind of cleaned this out and made like a underneath this row of blocks here made a door going in to start a new level. I don't see the need in that, but I do want to hear from you, your thoughts. Me personally, I wouldn't mind putting like maybe um, a staircase going up or something to get to the next level up there, and then having like maybe a hideaway or a special thing, or maybe even that's where some of the farms are at. Like if I need a sheep farm, I can put it inside up there. Um, but maybe that's a little much. You know what? What do I do? I'm just at this point. It's like I don't know where to go. But we will start by bringing these guys in. I need item frames. So, but and then this one's lectern, so I do need to go off and I could easily go off and get a couple lecterns right quick, but I think I'm going to hold off on that and stall, and kind of. Hello. Stall for a few more minutes, so that way we can just kind of let this episode play out. Um, there's plenty of sheep around. Let me go over here and get it. Um, on the edge of my seat every time I do it, like, I gotta do the juking and all that stuff. I hope I react in IRL just like what the. Yeah, one of these days I'll also finish this. You know, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff I need to finish. And then I need to redo this one. And put a could probably turn this into a different crop farm and then make another wheat farmer just for make a different wheat farm, a new farm just for the wheat farmer. Crap, I didn't get enough. Of course, I can only get like one more, I think. Is it 16? Or I thought like 12. It's 16. I can only get 16 in a day. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doop. I need books. Silk touch books, but I need books. I need books so that way I can get them breaking. Um, Mostly so that way I can get mending. Wish I didn't have to. Um, Books. Wish you could buy books. Like buy books from a librarian. Soon though, very soon I will need to start working on my item sorter. And I've given heavy thought, or I've given some thought, not heavy thought. Given it's came across my mind a couple of times. Take that mountain down and like flatten it out, like maybe to about right in there, someplace like where I was digging, right there, maybe. So like knock it down about 20 blocks or something like that, and then building it up there. But if I did that, I would also want an easy way up instead of having to climb. Meaning, I would also need like bubble vaders. So that means a trip to the Nether is in order. Finding a finding a um um fortress, Nether fortress, be high on the list because of getting blaze rods, so that way I can start producing my own potions, and that way I could make my own um, brewing stands. However, I could easily close. I could easily go back to here, here, and probably even over here to go get some brewing stands. I need 2 brewing stands. But that's going to probably take place in the next episode. And I'm going to wrap this one up where it is right now. I think we've got enough done today. I just wish we would have got more. And look, the sun's going down. Hello, Buzz Buzz BB. That's what I call the bees already. For some reason, I've just always called them that, Buzz Buzz BBs. If the name ever caught on, like some of the other names that they call the some of the other things. I'm not off the top of my head. I can't think of, but I've heard of people calling nicknames to other things and stuff like that. I hope Buzz Buzz BB catches on, and maybe I should start hashtagging that. I might actually just do that in this episode. Yeah. Anyway, well, thank you all for stopping in, and I hope you all appreciate. Well, I appreciate you all. Not saying I hope you all appreciate the video. Again, words. That's why I'm keeping it keeping it short today. Trying to keep it right around an hour. But yeah, I'm just my mind is fried, guys. It's not because of this game. I genuinely still enjoy playing Minecraft. It's just my mind is on 12 other things right now, and particularly it's on. I've been working hard on my mod lately, so be looking forward to that. Probably come Thursday, I'll probably do a video about the mod. And then probably once I get done with the trading hall, I'll probably actually start. I'll put this series to on the back burner for the time being, and then actually probably start working on showcasing the mod. And it's I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like it's short in involvement, showcasing it some. There's a lot going on, but there's still a long ways to go, and a lot of it is needing structures and textures and things that I don't like to do. The coding part I'm getting by on, but it's just the setting down and actually making everything. I do good with just taking a placeholder item and recoloring it, retexturing it, and then like bread. I've got an item called like there's 2 different kinds. I think there's elven bread and then there's honey bread or something like that. And basically all I did was I just took the original loaf of bread and retextured it in 2 different styles to kind of give a perspective or an idea of what it's supposed to be. I've done that with a lot of stuff, but I would prefer to have my own items in some sense. So, anywho, enough rambling about that. That's in a video of its own that will be coming soon, and yeah. So remember, if you like the video, give it a like. If you dislike it, well, give it a thumbs down. I just appreciate the interactions and and everything. Also, leave a comment about anything we talked about. I think one of the things we talked about was what's your building block of choice. An hour was so long ago, I don't remember everything I rambled on about, but go back through it and tell me what you if you saw something that you want to comment on, whether it's something that I was talking about, like I want to have a discussion about or not, whatever it is, bring it to the comment section and I will get back with you. If it does take me 2 to 3 days, I do apologize. But I promise, I will get to it. And I hate that because it makes it look like I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing. Anyway, so yeah, if yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. If you have something, if you have a comment, just feel free, drop it in the comment section, and I promise, I will get back to you. I'm not entirely too busy in my life to ignore comments. I just sometimes get to where I don't check them for 2 to 3 days because I'm on a whole nother project. Anyway, love you all and have a great one. Bye bye.